Well, hello there. Welcome back to Cityline. Guess who I'm with? Yep, I told you for the break I was going to come over here and harass our precious Claire. Let me tell you who this is. As we know, in the month of August, it's canning season.
It absolutely is canning season.
And Claire Euchert, who is the owner and executive chef of Homesteady, is here to talk about how we can for peaches. And let me tell you something. Nothing says canning like peaches, does it?
No, well, and this is such a wonderful recipe that you can use sweet or savory. So I'll make this and then I'll grill up some pork chops and put a big spoonful of the jam on top. Really got into jamming just because, you know, you have the opportunity. Yes, please.
Watch out.
Chop up some chunks of that and we're going to drop them into the Vitamix.
Oh, and they're a little, so tell me why
so I
are they
grilled
cold?
them on the grill.
Okay.
Just yesterday, just to get a nice burn on them, and that's such a wonderful,
a nice char,
rich,
as we say,
it was such a lovely
world.
flavor. This is also a great sweet jam too. My dad's girlfriend just loves this stuff, and she eats it every day. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's delicious. So for this recipe, we're going to use 3.5 pounds of the grilled peaches. Okay. So I then take about a half a cup of brown sugar, and I think that we have a picture up of the grilled peaches on the grill. That we can bring up, and you sprinkle the brown sugar onto the top of the peaches as they're grilling. So that's what helps get that nice caramelized flavor to them. I'm gonna add in some of this juice here.
Okay, so
I've got about 3.5 pounds of peaches. Adding about half a cup of that brown sugar to the grilled peaches while they're grilling.
Okay.
And then I've got another cup of brown sugar and about 6 cups of white sugar here in this jar that we're gonna add to it.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is like the favorite out of everything that we ever sell. Everybody loves this jam the most.
Now, wait a minute, you just said the magic word as I put a peach in my mouth. You sell this.
Yeah,
Explain to us.
We do pop-up markets, and then all of our jams are available on our website for purchase. So we just this is a fun thing for me to do. This is like a side project. I love Homesteady. I love our business. We also have Homesteady Health and Wellness. I'm actually a full-time massage therapist, and then I do personal training as well. So come on. I know I can get your upper traps are pretty tight. That's for another time.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to toss these.
Another segment.
So thank you for cutting these for me.
Okay, that did a pretty good job, didn't I?
Yeah, you did great. And
Not
we're going to
bad.
go into the Vitamix here just to kind of
Do I
pulse them
have
up
to
a
have a
little
Vitamix? Can I use any blender?
No, sorry, I shouldn't have name dropped there. But yeah, you can use your Ninja or whatever you want. And then I just give it a quick pulse just to kind of break it up a little bit.
Or if you do have a Vitamix, you know now you can do this with your Vitamix. So many times these contraptions sit on our counter.
I know.
And we just feel guilty about looking at them.
No, I love my Vitamix. And then I forgot it at an event we did out on Bainbridge, and I felt like I was like half of a person without this thing.
You probably were, absolutely. So give us some benefits of canning at home. Besides, it's a family thing.
Sure.
It's good for you.
Yeah, well, and that was a big reason we got into it. We have a property out in Purdy. That's my family beach place. It's been in our family for like 4 generations. And we have blackberries growing out there, and we have Italian plums, and we have, we did have a huge apple tree that was 100 years old. It recently died, which was like watching my dog get hit by a car. Like I bawled my eyes out when that thing fell to the ground.
Too.
But anyway, so I started doing this like pretty early on, and grew up with my dad who was making like apple pies with my grandmother's crust recipe. And like, I never even met this woman, but still to this day, every time I make a crust, I'm like thinking of her. And so this is also like, not just about cooking food. It's about being part of the like process of life, you know?
But it's legacy.
Oh yeah, it's legacy. And you know, as you're picking fruit, it's so meditative to just kind of like hang out and be part of the process and listen to the birds. You know, maybe that's why you're into birds these days.
Well, and you know, I grew up in my adding brown sugar. Oh wait,
yeah, all the sugar in there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of sugar. So you've
got
about
sugar.
7.5 cups of sugar. But that's with canning, you have to understand sugar is part of the preserving process. Either sugar or if you're doing pickling, you know, you're going to be doing vinegar and salt for things. So you're going to just start stirring that up, and we've got kind of a slow heat going on.
So if somebody says, "Oh, don't put any sugar in,"
you don't
this
have
is
to.
not the recipe for you, or
right. You could reduce the sugar. The biggest thing for me, especially with canning, is I'm a food processor, so I'm selling this stuff to people, and I want to ensure that the product is safe. So
and we've got some here.
Yeah, and after you've canned it, which you can do like hot water bath canning, or you can do hot fill canning, which is like where you heat it up to about 185 degrees up to 210, and you can drop it into those sterilized jars.
Is this what this thing is for?
Yep, that's for those jars.
Okay,
those
I
hot
used to
jars.
terrorize my brother with this. when we would do canning at my house.
That's awesome.
I used to chase them around the living room.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So what is the shelf life? So once we
About
get
a year,
ourselves done,
about a year and a half, I'd say, especially once you've canned it. So once you've pressure sealed it, right? Which is when you're hot filling it, and then you close it up with that jar, that lid, it's gonna create a suction in there. So it's gonna create the pressure needed so that the lid can't open on its own.
So if you hear that sound, what does that mean?
That means you need to eat it like right now. Or stick it in the refrigerator.
That's too bad.
I mean, and that happens sometimes. It's just part of the process. Like out of every, 25 jars that you can, you're probably gonna have 2 or 3 that don't process properly. And that's just the, nature of the beast. So we're gonna toss in a cinnamon stick or 2, and then this beauty right here, which is your bourbon.
This is the bourbon.
Yeah.
Parents,
half a cup.
Parents can try this at home, but not
So good.
anybody under 21.
Yeah.
That's our disclaimer.
Yeah, well, and the cool thing about making jam with alcohol, and I do a lot of jams with alcohol, so I have a raspberry rosé jam that I do. We just did an apricot chardonnay butter, which is pretty lovely. So I've got a whole flight series that I'm working on.
You're dangerous.
Oh yeah, oh it's fun. I did one that was with like an aperitivo with rosada. It was lovely with like a hibiscus liqueur. Oh, so good.
Okay, can I follow you home?
Yeah.
Okay,
Come
good.
on over.
Okay,
Yeah,
good,
I
good,
love
good.
doing this kind of stuff. It's so much fun. So I just added some lemon juice as well, and then you just kind of let this cook down. So it takes some time to really let everything macerate and cook off.
So give us an idea. So because
Probably
we have
about 20 minutes of cooking down. You've already pretty much cooked the peaches by barbecuing
on
them.
the grill.
So they're already pretty softened, and then you've macerated them by putting them in the blender. So they shouldn't take too long to cook down, but we clearly won't have enough time to do the whole process right now.
Right.
So, once you get a good boil on that, and it looks like it's reduced by about maybe a third of what was originally there, that's when you would add the pectin and bring it up to boil.
Okay.
We probably won't do that part of the process just because it sets really quickly.
Did you bring pectin with you so we can know what it looks like?
I did not bring pectin with me, actually. I'm so sorry.
No,
but,
it's okay.
use your imaginations.
Or look it up online so you know what pectin looks like.
Yeah, it's a powder. It's just going to help with it's a binding agent. So it's just going to create, it's going to gel, it's a gel effect, really. But yeah, so, I've got some samples here that we can do of a finished product of the grilled peach bourbon jam.
Okay,
so, yeah,
absolutely.
This is our best seller that we have. I don't know, how much time do we have left today?
We have about 10 seconds.
10 seconds? Okay, cool. So here's I made you some biscuits this morning.
Score!
Yeah, and I've got a spoon right here.
All right.
So yeah, you're gonna have to let me know what you think.
Oh, you know what? And for the sake of time.
Oh yeah, you just want to do that?
Oh man.
Isn't that lovely? So yeah, we make a lot of other products. Love to give a shout out to my girls. I have 2 little beautiful girls at home, Vivian and Natalie. Natalie makes her own perfume for Homesteady.
Of course she does.
My daughter Vivian, who's 6, makes this cute little monster
and
spray.
You are a peach of a woman.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, look at this camera with me.
Yeah.
We are so honored to be in your home. We've given you some great things to think about in this past hour. So go out there, be a part of the process.
Absolutely.
Make peaches.
Yeah.
And when you come back, we'll be waiting for you.
Practice that sustainability. Let's go.
That's right.
Yeah.
On Cityline.
Abundance. Let's go.
Take care.